funny. You hear a lot of stuff nowadays. Everyone's like, keto, keto, carbs bad, carbs bad, carbs bad, carbs bad, keto, keto. And yeah, I mean, processed carbs, candy and, cake and bagels are bad. But Magnus, what's up? How you doing, Magnus?
I'm good. How are you, Anthony?
Welcome to Wellness Speak Live, everybody. I am your host, DJ Anthony. I'm not a doctor. I'm a DJ. So always check with the healthcare professionals. We're two friends talking. However, here is Magnus. He is a doctor. He has his PhD in biochem. So we're going to be talking about three things today. Can you count three, everybody? Number one, what are the best sunglasses? And why do we need sunglasses for our eyes year round? Two, it's St. Patty's coming up, and let's talk about some of the shit food people are going to eat. But there's one thing in the St. Patty's diet that is necessary to eat. And then three, do we need carbohydrates? Okay, so let's start backwards. So, Magnus, carbohydrates. Now, you hear so many people talk about this stuff, and it's if you don't read into it, people might think like any carbohydrate's bad, and I would say that that's not true. So, Magnus, you're the expert. Do we need carbohydrates or not?
Carbohydrates are not an essential food, so we do not have to eat it
To survive.
because no, not at all. That's why keto has become so popular because um, we can use ketone groups. Our brains need glucose, so our brain loves sugar, right? That's the fuel that our brain needs. So ketone groups we can use. So basically, fat can turn into ketone groups, or even some amino acids you can turn in that the brain can use for fuel.
Goes into
Is
ketosis.
Yes. Is this an efficient way to do this? No, not really, but it works. It's a backup system, basically.
Okay, so
Uh,
but we do need carbohydrates as a primary function, not candy and bagels, but I mean like from vegetables that has carbohydrates. I mean,
yeah, I mean, for me, I think that you should basically eat all three like macronutrients, which means protein, fat, and carbohydrates. I don't think that you should cut out something completely because it's very hard to adhere to stick to it long term. So that's
and it
why
has side effects. You're gonna get headaches. Your breast's gonna stank.
yeah, I mean, there's definitely that, and then like again, are you committed to not eating carbohydrates for the rest of your life?
Yeah, but
That's
don't you think, Magnus, people, if they're that insane about this keto thing, that means that you're not going to eat vegetables because vegetables have carbs. Now, how do you tell somebody not to eat broccoli and cauliflower? Like are you kidding me?
so the thing is, usually what they say is that you should eat less than like at the most 50 grams of carbohydrates a day. And of course, you shouldn't eat a donut then, because then like you will eat a quarter of a donut and you basically fulfill that. So what it comes down to is that yes, you're allowed to eat small doses of sugar or carbohydrates, which should be coming from mostly vegetables, and then really really small amount of fruit.
Yeah, because I mean, they act like again, if you're not going to eat those vegetables or fruit, hello, it has a lot of other very very nutritious and necessary vitamins, minerals,
Yeah.
fiber. I mean, so now you're going to forego that because broccoli might have carbohydrates. I mean, so I think people have to be very careful with this stuff. But
Yeah, I think that people go overboard. That's
yeah,
that's unfortunately like it. You have to be extreme. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, you cannot just run a marathon. You have to run an ultra marathon, or you have to run a 100 mile like ultra marathon, and it everything kind of like escalates out of proportion. It's the same thing with eating, and eating has become like it's the same thing. Like it's the new either like religion or politics. Everybody needs to join a team, and my
yeah,
team is
yeah,
better than yours, and
right.
it becomes ridiculous. Like my view, I don't stick to any specific kind of diet or program. I want people to be able to learn how to eat and be more flexible. So like if I want to go to a birthday party and have birthday cake, I'm gonna eat birthday cake. Is this gonna happen every single day of the year? No.
Right.
It happens very few
Yeah,
times,
a couple times a year.
yeah, and then it's fine or whatever. I mean, if it's once a month or whatever you decide, but it's more about like learning and having an understanding of what works for you and what you
Right.
can stick to, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And I definitely don't cut out carbohydrates completely, because
Right.
I mean, especially if you're dealing with any type of physical activity like training or
Right.
running or whatnot, like,
Right.
yeah, you're probably better off of eating some
Yeah,
carbohydrates.
100%. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this content, please don't forget, like, subscribe, damn it, subscribe or else. Okay, so Magnus, let's segue into some more carbohydrates here, but it's St. Patty's coming up.
Yeah.
And here we go again. You know, it's an excuse to get shit faced and drunk and really ruin your body, whatever. Congrats, everybody. But so you have corned beef and cabbage. Now, it's funny because this is the only time of year this gets trotted out, corned beef and cabbage. And I said to myself, wow, now I like corned beef and cabbage. Corned beef, you know, I'd make the argument, probably not something you want to eat all the time. But cabbage, I think everyone should eat cabbage every single day, even if it's just a tablespoon, a scoopful, or a forkful. That's how important I think cabbage is. So so you know, the Irish got that one right. So let's talk about cabbage and how important cabbage is. It is well, I don't know. Would cabbage be considered a carb? I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a vegetable, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it has definitely has carbohydrates in it. The thing is, what I think about cabbage, first of all, like it's actually quite nutrient dense. So it has a lot of vitamin C, a lot of vitamin K.
yep.
It contains a lot of fibers, soluble fibers, which are good for the bacteria in our gut.
Immune
It
system.
also contains several other macronutrients, like we have different minerals and all those things. So it is actually quite packing quite a punch when it comes to nutrients.
Yeah,
And not on top of that, it's extremely, like, you can eat a lot of it in like bulk, and it's not going to contain that much like calories either. So I mean, it's a lot of people that are, you know, that they want to get like really full eating, use cabbage. I mean, you can basically slice it really thin, just stir fry it. You can throw it in
yeah. I bake it.
yeah, I was gonna say that
I
you
just
can
had it tonight.
air fryer. Another thing, of course, is when we have fermented, so you can eat it like sauerkraut, things like that. So it is a really good uh, food to eat. I mean, like,
Yeah,
I'm like one of like a really solid vegetable, because of it's like you can eat a lot of it,
right.
and it's good. I mean, yes, some people will have issues if they eat too much,
You start
but if you,
farting yourself. Yeah.
yeah, but it's the same thing, like raw, probably a
No,
little
you
bit
don't eat
harsh,
raw. Yeah,
on you,
yeah.
but otherwise, yeah, no, go for it. I mean,
Great for
like, you can eat pounds and pounds of
yeah.
it.
It's great for digestion. Great, like I said, vitamin K helps lower cholesterol. Helps with your immune function. I mean, I can't say enough good things about this thing, and it's cheap. Don't tell me you don't have money, folks. It's easy to make, and or you can just get it as sauerkraut. I take a tablespoon of sauerkraut in the morning, like a vitamin. It's that
Yeah,
important. Anyways, okay, so let's move on to now another healthy thing. Because the summer's here,
yeah,
the summer's coming. But even if the summer's not here, even in the winter, you know, unfortunately, I had a friend of mine in high school. She passed away many years ago at the age of like 28, 29, because she would well, simply, she was outside a lot, you know, an outdoor person, whether it be walking or hiking or at the beach, whatever. Nothing extraordinary, but she was out a lot, running around. And she never wore sunglasses. She got ocular cancer and dead at 29. A beautiful woman. When we were in high school, she was like the it girl, smart and just beautiful, like physically, mentally, spiritually, just a good human. And it broke my heart when I heard she passed. And I thought it was something like 28. How do you die? You know, it was something devastatingly simple that got her, and that was ocular cancer because she didn't wear sunglasses. I'm not saying she deserved what she had. She didn't deserve what happened to her. And I'm not telling people if you don't wear sunglasses, you're going to get ocular cancer. But
it
wearing
can happen.
sunglasses is a protection. And I think we forget. We put SPF on our skin. We wear a hat. but our eyes are essentially skin, and they need to have protection. So, I've been wearing a lot of sunglasses over the years. So, let's talk about this, because don't go to your supermarket and get sunglasses. Those are typically, not always, but you need the right sunglasses. So go
Yeah.
ahead, Magnus.
So this is something that is it like people usually like to take the extremes, either like wear sunglasses all the time or never wear sunglasses. The best thing is kind of like find the middle way. Sun exposure is still good to a certain amount, like especially in the morning, because it helps you with the circadian rhythm, and helps you fall asleep better at night and everything. So, but now we're talking about being out in the sun for about, I would say, 10 to 20 minutes the most, and that's
Yeah.
also in the morning when the sun is not that strong, and hits you like when the rays are super strong, because it goes basically straight down on you. So I always suggest to people, like, yes, like, even if you go out, like, bring your sunglasses, go without them for a while, but then put them on. That's
Yeah.
usually what I do when I'm
Yeah.
out with my dogs. I mean, I
Yeah.
know basically, okay, I've been out for X amount of minutes. When I pass this point, sunglasses on,
Yeah.
and then I wear them.
You
Go
need
ahead.
UVA, UVB, by the way, folks, and and polarization doesn't matter. You can have polarized, non-polarized. It just that cuts glare, but you need UVA,
Yeah.
UVB.
Yeah. And especially nowadays, then, like, you can, like, the glasses, you can get good sunglasses for that are not super expensive either,
Yeah,
but
Amazon.
you need to look, like you said, that they have protection 100% from a UV light A and B, so they really protect your eyes. uh, it's the same thing. Like, I'm out, and since I don't have much hair on the top of my head, I always like wear a hat when I'm out in some way or form to protect my head. And it's the same thing. I also use, like, more and more wearing sunglasses a lot too. It's also like it helps your skin around your eyes because it's pretty sensitive. And also, what a thing that people don't know either is that, even your eyes get a suntan, so you actually, your colors in your eyes becomes more intense if you're used, like, getting exposed to a lot of light. So, and that's, I'm not saying that's a important thing people will not notice, but you can actually see it. So
Right.
if I would suggest that people get, like, a little bit of exposure, like I said, maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes the most, and then actually wear sunglasses and protect yourself.
Yeah. Now you're in Southern California. I'm here in Jersey. I mean, would you say, what's the percentage, like, in Southern Cal where you are? I mean, do people
I
wear
I
sunglasses or no?
I would say a lot of people wear them. I think it gets bombarded from when they're kids. Basically, it's normal. Like, even having people wearing sunglasses to school or to work and things like that. Not maybe running around with them inside, but like constantly wearing them. Like, people have them, like a bunch of them lying around in their cars. They have them like lying. So you usually have several pairs just lying around. You just grab on the go and things like that.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, even when I was living in Sweden, I used to use, like, glasses a lot too, especially like winter, because of the reflection of the sun.
Right.
Yes, the sun is not that, when it comes to UV light, it's not that strong, but it's so intense because of the reflection on the snow, and also that the sun is usually low, so it hits you even more. So, I mean, that's why they say you can snow blind, blindness from the sun exposure, because it gets so bright. We used to wear it, like, when I was doing my military service, and we're out, like, up on the mountains. Yeah, like, it was good to bring your sunglasses, because that could actually start hurting your eyes after that. I mean, you basically burn your eyes.
Right. Yeah, we take for granted the eyes. I mean, but great tips, Magnus. So now, anything else you want to add? By the way, are you doing anything for St. Patty's over there in California, or no?
Probably not. I mean, it's something that I don't celebrate. I mean, like, in
Yeah.
Sweden, we don't celebrate it at all. My sister used to live in Ireland for 5 years, so yeah, that's something that they celebrate a little bit. But it's very different from the States. It's not just about, like, trying to go out and drink as much Guinness as possible. Well, for some people, it still is, even on Ireland. But yeah, it has a little bit more tradition to it than just wearing something green and drink a lot. So
Yeah.
no,
No,
but again, the only thing that I want to say every time when we have a holiday, don't drink and drive, please.
right. No
Save some
excuses.
lives.
You got Uber, you got Lyft. You can call a friend. You can take a bus, walk. There's no need to die.
Or
So
kill someone.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. But all right, man. Yeah, that's all I got. I mean, but yeah, everybody, don't forget, like, subscribe, share with somebody you love, share with somebody you hate, and thank you, Magnus, as always.
Thank you, Anthony. Really,
Thanks,
really
everybody.
good questions today.
Hey, have a good holiday, everybody, coming up if you celebrate. And thanks, everybody. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.